when my family and friends asked me about it, and they're like, oh, are you happy that you made the move down there? Does it feel weird? Because I'm from Massachusetts, so it was kind of a big jump for me.
Sometimes things get a little bit complacent. Volume is a big one. Letting small standards slip here and there, especially when coming and going out of the academy walls.
I'm great at PT. When it comes to academics, that's why I joined the Marine Corps. I mean, we ate crayons for a living.
Go! Let's go!
We are the best police department in the country, and we're very proud of it.
If I can contribute, then I should. I never really lose it. When I go home, I'm still recruit Barney.
You're gonna feel different when you put that uniform on. We're all learning together. We're all starting from square one.
You're going through something over 26 weeks that is intense, that is challenging, that is life-altering. And the people that you share that with are the most important part of the experience.
Yes, sir. Where do you live?
Recruit Class 196 is entering Week 6 at the Academy. Now the recruits are working through real-life scenarios to give them a glimpse into the types of calls they should be ready for.
Good morning, sir. Officer Moreno.
Who's there?
Hello, sir. I'm Officer Moreno.
And I'm Officer Sam Barry. We're with CMPD.
You're with the police department?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank God. What took you guys so long?
We were getting here as fast as we could, sir. We're right in front of you right now.
You're right in front of me?
Yes,
Right to your left.
I'm on your left.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
We got to call something.
You're a police officer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How can I tell?
Would
What's
you
your
let-
badge number?
7151, sir.
2421, sir.
2421. Wow,
Next.
you're old.
We got a call that something was going on. We saw you. Can you tell me what was going on? Did something happen? Were you?
Heck yeah, something happened.
Yeah, tell me about
Are
it.
you kidding
sir.
me?
Are you okay?
I'm a little beat up, but I'm okay. Just a little scuff on my knee. I'm fine though.
Would you like me to call medic for you?
No, heck no. I don't need that. I don't have money for medic.
Can you explain to us exactly what happened?
Well, I was walking from the store home, and I think I was at the light at Trade and Try, and I heard it blinking for me to tell that I could go, and then I heard some voices, and then then I just got knocked to the ground, and they took my cane, and now I can't get home. I mean, you need to catch these kids. I mean, those canes aren't cheap.
We'll send out be on the lookout to some of our fellow partners to see if they see two boys running around with a cane. We can call that in right now since it just happened, and we'll see if we can get eyes on them.
How do you guys feel you did?
Well, gallbladders aren't free to remove. So I can't say all medical stuff is taken care of.
So let's get one thing out of the way. What was, if any, what was a disability that you observed?
Eyes.
Vision. Okay. So I gave you some clues. What were some of the clues that?
The glasses.
Okay. Take away the fact that I'm inside, but.
Yeah, sunglasses. A little startled when we came up to you. We couldn't see where we were.
We obviously focus heavily on physical training here, but the academic piece is significant. Military basic training does have a lot of academics, but it's not quite like this. It's not emphasized, at least not at the basic training level. There are follow-on schools that are very rigorous. At the basic training level, it's more about conditioning the person to be in a battlefield environment. So the focus is gonna be a lot more physical and a lot more mental, whereas here it's gonna be a little less physical, obviously mental, but very academic, and that's one thing I've personally noticed. I want to see the class have a lot of success, so that's what I'm looking forward to as we build up towards the state exam, the final iteration of the POPAT, and then of course that final 4 weeks where we're just kind of rounding out the tactics a little bit before we hit the patrol phase.
We caught up with recruit D. Los Angeles as he completes a tough PT session. He shares his reason for joining the CMPD recruit class and how this class is becoming a team.
My name is Pedro de Los Angeles. I'm from New York City originally, and I'm with Recruit Class 196. Let's go. A lot of things that bring me to North Carolina, but I was in the military, so I wasn't too far off from here. I was in Camp Lejeune, Jacksonville, North Carolina. Charlotte became the one place that I was attracted to and just kept coming back and forth and starting to fall in love with the city. Since I was from New York, I needed somewhere that was more of like the city life, but then not as much as New York is getting to right now. Was that squats?
Yeah.
My grandfather was in the military. He was in the Dominican military, made it to Sergeant Major. And I remember growing up, my mom continued to say, she was like, I want one of my kids to be like my dad. My family, because they seen me in the military and they saw how it was affecting me, for the simple fact that I do have a big heart and I wasn't able to help people that I wanted to help. When I told them I wanted to be a police officer, they were like, that fits me. It's something that they see that I can be out there actually helping people and finding a way to be able to make a way. You need them as much as they need you. And that's the only way you'll actually get through this academy. It's studying with one another, helping each other in PT. Just some people have strong suits in some places and some people have strong suits in other places. So for me, I'm great at PT. When it comes to academics, that's why I joined the Marine Corps. I mean, we ate crayons for a living, so the academics wasn't really there, but just being able to have people help me with the academics and I'll just help them with PT or vice versa. It was, you see how the family building is there.
We got one more, come on.
So the people that helped me on the academic side is Barry, Zaribik, and Rolf Payton. They're really great test takers. And when I first came in, I was scoring low 80s and I didn't really know how to study. So I got with the people that were getting the best scores. It's been a consistent thing where they're just constantly there and they're not like giving you the shoulder. They're actually like, hey, this is my lesson plan. This is what I take notes on. This is how I study for what you possibly need to know during the test. And I really do appreciate them for that. Lord knows that without them, I may not be in the position that I'm in right now. And then for the PT aspect, myself, Lane, Jennings, and Rolf Payton, we go to the gym in the morning and whoever wants to come, like I'm not gonna force you to be there, but if you wanna come and better yourself, you'll find us in the gym, you'll find us working, and you just know that the people that wanna give it their all, they're gonna do whatever it takes to be the best that they can be.
In the classroom today, the recruits are meeting with the firearms team for the first time.
My name is Grant Holmes. I've been with the department for almost 16 years, 14 of which, if I'm right, Wallen, have been with our SWAT team. Collectively, me and Wallen run all the training for the sniper element and a good portion of the firearms training for our tactical element, okay? I'm a very laid-back instructor, but the one thing I will not tolerate is safety. Like, we've got to be safe. We have a lot of y'all on the range, and we cannot sacrifice that, not even for 1 second. So if we see that, that's when you're gonna get a very stern lecture, you understand? Yes, sir. We've got to be like that. Driving, they have you in a car they got one of you. We have a whole bunch of you on the line. The more motivated you are when you show up, if you're ready to go, and you move quick, guess what? The more firing we actually get to do, the more instruction you actually get. If you're slow and lazy and not motivated, well, not only are you hurting yourself, but you're hurting all your colleagues too.
Before the recruits get their standard issue firearm, they will first receive a blue gun. The blue gun allows the recruits to become acclimated to the weight and feel of the real gun.
You're gonna get a blue gun, and you're gonna get a holster. All the lefties have their holsters right now, right? Yes, sir. I'm gonna probably booger up some of these names, so correct me when you get up here. I'm gonna do my best. Los Angeles. Barney, where you at, sir? Super.
Now that the blue guns have been handed out, the class will learn how they should carry and hold the gun properly.
So your belts, obviously your strong side is where your firearm goes. Taser must go on the opposite side, okay? It has to go on your offhand side. It cannot go on your strong side with your firearm. Be very hesitant, so we'll find out the range about putting stuff on your belt but extreme close proximity to your firearm, especially on the backside. Everybody can go ahead and start straightening the belts off.
These things are stiff. This whole thing becomes second nature once you start doing it over and over again every day.
While the recruits finish setting up their belts, we will check in with the class co-presidents, Barney and Jennings.
Jennings and I really enjoy the fact that we get to be the conduit between the recruit training staff and the rest of the class, and we're really looking forward to the next couple of months and continuing to learn and grow as a unit.
It's been great. We're still kind of figuring out the kinks because my battle buddy, as he calls it, they've never had two before, so it's interesting trying to figure that out and then knowing how much responsibility we're supposed to have.
My wife and I have been married for 14 years this year, and she's been by my side basically my entire military career, active and reserve, and she was very supportive of this. You know, we're a little bit, despite our age in our 30s, we always felt very old school, very commitment to country, very commitment to community. So she's very supportive of this. My children are, I have two sons, 13 and almost 11, and they're very proud of what I do and what I've done in the past, so I appreciate that from them. I
realized, especially when we just went home for Thanksgiving break, that when my family and friends asked me about it and they're like, oh, are you happy that you made the move down there? Does it feel weird? Because I'm from Massachusetts, so it was kind of a big jump for me, that I realized that I am definitely happy to be here, and I'm really liking how things are going so far.
And when I go home, I'm still Recruit Barney. I'm still green suited Barney, you know, I'm still that person. Even when I take off the clothes, I'm still that person. So I know some people say, well, it's good to get a little bit of downtime and you know, kind of decompress, and I can do that too, but I never really lose that edge, you know, that feeling, you know, it follows me around, you know, and it's honestly, it's a positive inspiration in my life. It's something that I feel very connected to, the concept of service and the uniform itself.
But I like the days that we have PT because it breaks up the day, and then I don't have to go work out again when I get home sometimes. And I also was always a big runner, so that part is nice. And I also feel like just working out I mean, if anybody ever did workout classes before this, like it's more fun working out when you have somebody with you. So especially when we're all working towards the same thing and trying to cheer each other on, it becomes more fun.
Class as a whole is accepting the rules, and they're doing pretty well, but you can definitely see that sometimes things get a little bit complacent. Volume is a big one. Letting small standards slip here and there, especially when coming and going out of the academy walls. Nothing major, nothing significant, I would say, but you know, it is noticeable, especially to someone like me. I have an eye for things like that. So, but you know, you also have to know your audience and know your battle a little bit. You know, is that something that's going to win you the morale of the unit, the morale of the class, and keep them going, or is it going to completely degrade their mentality and eliminate the learning process? So it's a balance, you know, so that's what I try to focus on.
And now the class needs to focus on motor vehicle law. This class is not only about writing tickets, but also keeping the community safe.
Hey, I'm Officer Miller. I'm going to be teaching motor vehicle law for them for the next couple of days. I work in the Hickory Grove division. I'm the traffic officer for that division, so my primary job is traffic enforcement. So when it comes to teaching motor vehicle law, it's pretty relevant for me to use it on a daily basis, and then be able to come to the recruit class and share that with them on what it's like to have to enforce all these motor vehicle laws. The only thing that legally you can have on your tag are the 2 screws or the 4 screws holding the plate on it. The main purpose behind motor vehicle law is for public safety. If there's no punishment for speeding or putting other people's lives at risk, then people are just going to do it without recourse. So we have to keep them accountable.
What if they've already renewed the tag, also it's in the mail, but you have it like on your phone saying you...
Our system is live with DMV.
Okay.
So if they renewed it before they get their sticker in the mail, we know it before they get their sticker. And we also teach discretion. We're not going out there just to write people tickets. It's not to put the public in, you know, financial hardship. That's not our goal. Our goal is to keep people safe. And we want to educate our new officers on how to keep people safe. And whether that could be writing people tickets or giving people warnings or just educating the public, that's our goal.
Forward, march! Well,
To end week 7, the recruits must conquer Bubba. This hill will test their resolve with a steep incline.
how many burpees you gonna do? How many you gonna do?
40, sir.
All right. Then they gonna run up, come down, and you have to do 60. So how many would you do, man?
60, sir.
And then how many?
We're split up 30 and 30,
30 and 30. Everybody get it?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1, go!
In the military is more of your training, you get better, you do this, you be better than that person next to you. Here is like, you're as good as the person is next to you. So here is not really much of a competition. It's not, oh, you have to be better than the person next to you. It's, we have to be better together. We have to keep pushing each other. We have to do this, we have to do that. We have to stay together and build this camaraderie and this family that would keep us safe whenever we call each other.
I think that as we kind of have made it through the meat and potatoes of the tests that we've gone through, that I'm hoping that we can all help each other, and now that we've made it this far together, realize that this isn't something that you do by yourself and that you need each other around you to stick it out.
The best part is being able to support one another, being able to be there for people and seeing how much it affects everybody else and myself.
In the next episode of Journey to the Badge, the recruits will study criminal investigations and get OC sprayed. Be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss a second of their journey.